What's poppin'? What's the deal, son? This is the first time I did a live like in 3 years. I think it's 3 years and 2 months. Let me know how the sound levels are. I've come to the realization God doesn't want me to do the news anymore. Because this is my 5th attempt at doing the news, and each time something happened. A couple times there was weather-related issues. The last time I got here, I called Rev. I said, Rev, I'm getting ready to do the news. First time in months. And I was on the phone with him getting ready to set up, and my phone died. And today I get here, I charge my phone, charge my earbuds, I look cute. I told all my employees, don't call me for at least an hour. And then now my gimbal's broken. God hates my show. Rev told me, he said, Bob, God hates your show. And I don't know what to do. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay, because I got 45 kids smoking weed all around me. I used to have so much fun doing the show. Now it's really challenging. So I've been through a lot since we last spoke. I had the dentist go in and rip out all my teeth and put them in with some, actually look kind of cute. My aunt passed away and had a funeral yesterday. We're going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually see the comments. I can't see nothing. Boom. Oh, look who's here. Nyan's here. Seashell sells she sells down by the seashore here. A Bronx girl's in the house. Hi, Kathy Jackson. Hi, Rob H. PG, how you feeling? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Dutchman. Can't have a show without Dutchman. Tanisha, my boo is in the house. Hi, Tanisha. How are you? RJ, what's poppin'? Nightbot, get out of here, you snitch. My Nightbot's a snitch. Actually called the cops and told them I hadn't paid taxes last year. I don't know what's up with that. Where's Rev? Is Rev in here somewhere? Alvin. Hi, Alvin. How are you? Nyan's in the house. What's poppin'? So yeah, I've had the toughest time doing my news, and then today I said I'm gonna go. Hi, Brian Bell. What's poppin'? Hi, Tommy. Tommy's in the house. Tommy's got a temper, so you guys do not diss Tommy. I said to myself, yo, I'm gonna do the news, and then I'm gonna go around Times Square with my shirt off, and I was gonna bring you with me, but my gimbal's not working. Hi, Chad. Hi, Paul. Paul Greenwell had a small green pelt. And anyways, I'm gonna do the news today. Got a little bit of disheartening news. Our beloved David Young, who's my friend since practically birth. Now that I'm 25 years old, David Young's beautiful, beloved mother has passed. He did mention it on his Facebook, and I wanted to dedicate this show in her memory. The pouring of condolences has been amazing. These are really great headphones, but this one falls out all the time. The right one. So maybe I have misfunctioned ears. I don't know. Anyways, I am going to shout out to David. Prayers to David, his beautiful mom. If he was here today, I would put up a picture of his mom with his permission, of course. Guys, I do the news here. I used to do it every day for 3 years. I never missed a day. Well, I missed one or two. One time I went 186 days without missing a day. And now I can't seem to get up and get out and do it. So hopefully this will be the spark. A lot of things have happened. My business has doubled and tripled in size. Of course, my ladies have doubled and tripled in size. So let's try to get through the news and have a good program. Comments are welcome. I love you guys. Appreciate you. I really don't want to talk about the election, bro. I've been waking up in cold sweats about the damn election. But here's what's going on. It's life and death. This is the Ukrainian dude, Vladimir Zelensky's wife, First Lady, saying it's life and death. If we do not support more aid to Ukraine, some of you are against it. I'm for it. I'm always for the side of compassion, kindness, and giving, and loving, and helping. If they fold, next will be Romania, and then will be dominoes, and Putin will run across Europe like Hitler did, and Stalin, and some of these guys. You have to be able to stop it. And I really don't want to do the whole politics thing today, but what are you going to do? Epic bail fail. That's New York City. You know, you hear about the guy pushing a lady on the subway tracks, and then the next day he's at home. This is crazy. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of the bail stuff today. This one here. Biden voters think he's too old. Now, I think he's too old. I think Trump's too old. Do we really got to have 80-year-old presidents? My mom, when she was 80, we have 4 kids. I'm Bob. You got Bill, Jean, Mary, and Bob. And my mom would be Billy, Jeannie, Mary, Bobby. That's cognitive things that happen when you get older. There are some elderly folks that are sharp as a tack, and there are others who have trouble remembering stuff. I have trouble remembering Burt Reynolds sometimes. People are like, hey, remember that guy that was in that movie with the car? And I go, yeah, Smokey and the Bandit, you know. It happens. You get older. Donald Trump is only 2 years younger than Biden. And he has continuously showed signs of severe dementia. Last night he was at one of his rallies, and he says, you know, Putin has no respect for my opponent, Obama. He has no respect for Obama. He's even using the word nuclear. Can't say nuclear. Nuclear. Can you believe that? Putin is using the word nuclear around because of Obama. Obama hasn't been in the White House for like 12 years, bro. Nice try. All right. Let's get some young life in here. Someone who knows what they're doing. If anybody knows Miley Cyrus's phone number, I would appreciate if you could just get in my comments. Hi, Courtney. How are you? Everybody say hi to Courtney. We're going to go around the dial. I got some young kids over here who may or may not be getting into a fist fight. RJ says Miley Cyrus's number is 555-1212. Somebody get my DMs and send that to me. I want to. I got some odd things happening here today. Now, if you're just tuning in, my gimbal's dead. I have my phone. That's probably why you're looking up my nose. I did clean all my boogers out. It's no booger Monday, so that's always good. I actually have my thing propped up against my bag because my gimbal died right when I got it. So I will not, unfortunately, ladies and some of you fellas, I will not be going to Times Square with my shirt off. And it's a 50-something degree day, and my nipples get erect when it's below 60. This I've talked about on my show 1,000,000 times. E-bike linked blazes up 9-fold. Guys, if you have a grandson, a son, a daughter, a brother, a cousin, anybody who wants one of those e-bikes, e-bike for you old folkies out there like me, is an electronic bike. Electronic bike means you don't necessarily have to pedal. Push a button and you get on, it's like a scooter. Well, they run on batteries. And these batteries, unfortunately, when you charge them, many of these are, probably 99% of them are made in China. They're made in China. And a lot of times they don't have the scrutiny that we would have here for safety reasons and what have you. So a lot of times you plug in your e-bike, it causes a fire while you're sleeping, and the home goes up. The problem in New York City is almost all homes are connected to another home. So you're on the 5th floor minding your own business, and some dummy on the 1st floor lights the building on fire, you're screwed. So I would tell you guys, stay away from the e-bikes. Bus kills an East Villager, 45 years old. Had his whole life ahead of him. I can't wait till I'm 45 in 9 years. An East Village man died after he tripped. He tripped in an intersection. He was walking across the street and tripped. And he tripped up under a bus. Into an intersection near his house. He was crushed by a city bus that just kept going. A lot of times these buses don't even know, and they just, my neighbor, my dear neighbor, was run over by a bus on our way home from the store field. Hey, the cops are seeking a train groper. This is a creep that goes on a train and gropes people. His or her, I don't know. Cops are searching for a creep who stuck his hand down the pants of a man. See, I told you, I'm not sexist on this channel. We're an equal opportunity channel. Guy could be, you guys assumed it was a guy grabbing a booty or a boob. He stuck his hands down in the pants of a dude. Cops are searching for a creep who stuck his hands down the pants of a man sleeping on a 6 train. Now, number one rule of Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club. The number one rule of sleeping on a train is you don't sleep on a train, bro. I don't care how tired you are. Had one of my beautiful workers, some model, gorgeous, called me the other day and said, I made it home safe. Thank you for the Uber. I fell asleep in the Uber. I go, girl, I will never put you in another Uber if you're going to fall asleep in them, because you're going to wake up in a basement in the Ukraine somewhere. You are going to get smuggled and hijacked. Don't fall asleep on the train. Don't fall asleep in no damn Uber. Are you crazy? The victim, 25 years old, woke up in the East Village just after 2 a.m. Saturday to realize another man's hand was inside of his pants, groping his penis. He quickly realized what was going on and bought the man a drink. The victim had been asleep on the northbound train, the 6 train, which was approaching Astor Place at the time of the assault. Why would you buy the man a drink? We are live. Thor, we're live. Beastly eclipse worry. Oh boy. So guys, you know the eclipse is when the sun goes in front of the moon, or the moon, a solar eclipse. I don't know how it works, but you know what an eclipse is. If you don't, Google it. What am I, Bill Nye, the science guy? But this one, they say there's a total solar eclipse, and this one's going to be crazy, because they believe that it's going to drive the animals in the zoo crazy. Next month's total solar eclipse is expected to confuse the heck out of animals and create some bizarre behavior. So scientists are staking out zoos and asking people to take notes on their pets and their data. And I got 4 cats. The last thing I want is my cats, who I love so much, going, oh boy, it's an eclipse, and start scratching my eyes out while I'm sleeping. During the last total eclipse in 2017, flamingos encircled their babies to protect them. Giraffes galloped around their enclosures. Huge flocks of birds abandoned their flights to roost in trees. And 2 workers were found taking a sheep on a date. That was horrible. That was bad. I'm sorry. That wasn't funny or clever. We do have good news for the LGBTQ plus community. St. Patrick's Day Parade in Long Island. It's a big parade all over the city. It's the biggest parade of the year each year. Bigger than the Puerto Rican Day Parade. It's a big ass parade, but in Long Island, it's not small. Staten Island, excuse me. Staten Island holds the St. Patrick's Day Parade Sunday. That's yesterday. Along Forest Avenue in West Brighton, 2 weeks before the Big Boy in New York. This one, they allowed the LGBTQ plus community to march with them. Now, this has been controversial forever because the St. Patrick's Day Parade obviously falls in line with the Catholic Church, and the Catholic Church says, hey, we're cool with everybody unless you march in our parade. You can't do it. This has been going on for years and years. I think it should be all inclusive. I understand they don't want to turn it into, G-strings and banana hammocks, but there are plenty of gay Christians and Catholics. Vicious cycle of bail. I'm not doing the bail stuff today. We did it already. And in more news on Fox News says that Hunter Biden's laptop may or may not include bad stuff. And they're going to talk about it 5 years from now when they find out if it does. A whale. Oh, I hate to hear this. A whale. By the way, guys, how's my volume? You guys hear me okay? I just don't feel like shouting over these 15 kids smoking weed next to me. I can barely see my paper with all the smoke. Mic check, microphone check, 1 2 1 2. Coming correct with the tech to your neck, and I'm through, fool. I'll make it happen, rap, clapping, trapping, trip, flipping, pistol whips on what happened. I'm better than ever, pull ever, and 7 suckers in a minute, cause a minute to win it. My style is invented, I said it a minute, control with my casket, your forehead did it. Check, mic check. I come from the Bay Area. Mess around out there, then they'll bury you. And they'll carry your dead body off in a big pine box as a coffin. Hi, Mr. Bot, how are you? God bless you. Brooklyn Born's in the house. Hi, Tammany. All the heavy hitters in here today. Guys, a whale was put down in Rhode Island. A 25,000-pound fin whale was euthanized after it became stranded in a tidal pond. That's horrible. Guys, they weigh so much, and they get stuck on the beach, and all their ribs and everything else, cartilage, whatever, collapses upon the weight of itself. They're not meant to lay on a damn beach, and it's not like you can just pick them up and carry them out there. It's very, 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 very difficult. The 42-foot long whale. It's a cetacean, was first reported at Mystic Aquarium's rescue hotline around 6:30 a.m. on Thursday after it was spotted in distress on Potter Pond in South Kingston. Aquarium staffers and veterinarians found an emaciated, that's a skinny, hadn't probably eaten in a while, and compromised state. The aquarium told the Boston Globe the whale was euthanized last night. Upon hearing about this, that it was an African whale, Donald Trump deported it immediately. I just don't have the thing. Rapunzel doesn't have anything to... Oh boy. You guys know the story of Rapunzel? Rapunzel let down your hair. She was in a tower. She had long ass hair. She let down her hair and the dude climbed up her hair. That sounds a little abusive to me. But this Rapunzel doesn't have anything on this damsel. A British scholar trapped inside of a medieval tower. Here she is. If you want to know what a British scholar looks like, there she is. Okay, listen to this. A British scholar trapped inside a medieval tower freed herself Thursday with an eyeliner pen and a cotton ball. I'm not buying. University of Cambridge academic Dr. Christina Dilko recounted in a post on X, used to be Twitter, folks, how she feared she would be trapped for days inside the bathroom of her flat. That's an apartment. inside the former Queen's College room on the 16th century philosopher Aramis. The plumber, who had been working on her shower, had broken the bathroom door lock. There's no windows in the room, and the walls were too thick for anyone to notice her screams. And her room was not due to be cleaned for 4 more days. She was stuck. She's in the bathroom stuck. She ain't going nowhere. I'm assuming she'll at least have water. She cleverly used her eyeliner pen to push down the door latch to make a hook out of a cotton earbud. The invention eventually did the trick. It was a horrible story. I apologize. I wasted your time. She was stuck in the bathroom. She got a cotton ball on eyeliner, pushed it through the hole like this. Sorry. What happened to me? I used to be a pretty good newsman. Nikki Haley, she won one against Donald Trump. She won one against Donald Trump, and Donald Trump automatically called her the Queen of the Swamp. That's her new nickname, in case you didn't know. 4 years ago, she was his best friend. She's amazing. I love her dearly. She is fantastic, folks. Fantastic. Now she's running against him. She's a piece of trash, folks. She's the Queen of the Swamp. Never liked her. Never cared for her. Yeah, but you said you liked her. No, I don't even hardly know the woman. I can't. Haley, she's in Times Square doing billboards. A pro, Nikki Haley, super PAC, that's the guys who give you the cash, backed by a member of the Bush clan. They actually said Bush clan. Hi ML, hi ML1, MLI. The Bush clan is running a digital billboard in Times Square that mocks former President Donald Trump as grumpy. I don't know if being grumpy is anything bad. Now, being a traitor to the Constitution and an insurrectionist, I don't like. Grumpy, I can deal with. And she said, President Biden is confused. It's pretty much true. The ad flashing on 43rd Street is bankrolled by Independent Moving the Needle, co-founded by New Hampshire Bill. I don't care. Donald Trump, once again, deflated President Biden and former President Barack Obama. Conflated. Not deflated, conflated. That's when you mix up two things. He's done this about 25 times. He actually was saying, he also got Nikki Haley mixed up with Nancy Pelosi. It's a cognitive thing. I will never make fun of old folks, bro. It happens to people. Donald Trump once again conflated President Biden and former President Barack Obama during a Virginia rally. Putin, he says, has so little respect for Obama that he's starting to throw around the nuclear word. Nuclear word. Do you guys remember when Donald Trump was talking about Yosemite? And he said Yosemite like 9 times? It's one of the most beautiful parks. If you guys want to go to Yosemite, I'm not doing top politics. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Not gonna do it. I'm going past politics here. I'm not doing it. Okay. Cop shot maniac used his mom as a shield. What a son. He used his mom as a shield. You don't believe me? Just watch. There he is. There's mom in front of him. There's the guy. There's the cop with his gun pointed at him. Video footage released by the NYPD shows the moment an officer kills a man with a single gunshot as the unhinged suspect holds his mother in a chokehold. His own mama. His own mama. MLI or ML1. I don't know if that's an I or 1. I'm going to say it's a 1. You know what? It's probably an I. ML. We go back. ML. That's Jordan Joe. Jordan Joe is not around. He's out somewhere. I run into him all the time. Love that guy. He's not here. Will Smith. A reporter asked Will Smith, "Are you violent?" And Will Smith said, "Absolutely not. And if you ask me that again, I'll slap you in your mouth." None of my stuff is working today. ML must be like, what the hell am I doing here? The old guy's not here anymore. Bob's jokes are not landing. Everybody say hi to ML. It's a well-known fact that Sting from the group Police and from a very famous solo career, he studied Tantra, the art of long sex, and he would have sex for 10 hours. And I'm like, no thanks, bro. 10 minutes, I don't even, 10 minutes is crazy. Yeah, maybe when you're 18, no, not even when I was 18. 10 minutes? What are you, insane? 10 hours? After an hour, you're like looking at your watch like, girl, can we stop? Seinfeld's on in 20 minutes. Can I at least watch Seinfeld while we continue to do it for 10 hours? There's a marathon on. You could watch the movie Halloween 1, 2, 3, and 4 in that time. I don't care how good it is. Look, I love shrimp. I love shrimp. Love shrimp. I don't want to eat shrimp for 10 hours. Get in the comments, guys. P. Diddy. Oh, P. Diddy. P. Diddy is going to prison. He's a billionaire, very, very wealthy, so he's going to have a lot of lawyers on this, but I promise you the floodgates are open. He just settled for $65 million with Cassie, and you know he was guilty. Why? Hi, Phil. How are you? Because he ended up settling in one day. I want $65 million or I'm going to tell what happened. Okay, he says, I'll do it. Starts writing the check. Usually they draw it out, they negotiate. Well, that was his ex, and there was a lot of horrible accusations of rape, R word, sexual A word, trafficking, sex trafficking. Well, that was his girlfriend at the time, and as horrible as it is, I don't think she was suing for anything other than monetary gain. And I believe her. I'm not saying I don't. But this new stuff is accusations of assault from people who were not his girlfriend. Some of them were guys in the studio. Some were engineers. The floodgates are open, bro. You're going to hear about Diddy. Diddy going to be in that pen. We're just going around the dial. Mom calls slain Georgia student's death avoidable. I really don't even like the sound of this already. A mom says the students, their death was avoidable. Now I'm going to assume that the perpetrator of these deaths was her child. Why else would she say it's avoidable? The heartbroken mother of Laken Riley spoke out about her daughter's murder. So it's a victim's mother, excuse me. Saturday, a day after the slain Georgia nursing student was buried, calling it a senseless, avoidable tragedy. I believe this is one of the illegal dudes. So, just so you know, I'm a very real person. I've been doing this show a long time. You guys have heard me say many times, hi Kenneth, how are you? Hi Alfred. I say the same thing. I'm about migrants getting to where they're going and providing for their family as long as they follow the rules of the city they're sent to. Many of the migrants in New York were sent here on a bus from Texas and Florida. That's a fact. Tens of thousands of them are here. And there are many people that screw them, they're pieces of crap. I don't do that. I say they're human beings, and I pray for them, and I hope good things for them and their family. Hi, sister. How are you? Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you very much. Everybody say hi to Sisters 3. Well, I have supported migrants. If you look up migrants in the dictionary, a migrant is someone who leaves their home looking for opportunities for work and for them and their family elsewhere. That's a migrant. Now, I am starting to say we're full. I don't know how you say that, but the resources are full. The city's full. I don't regret one person coming here, but at some point you can't just say every human being on the planet come here, because it becomes a real problem, and it has become a problem. I wish I could rescue this pigeon right here walking around with a club foot. Poor bastard. With that said, Fox News and other news organizations of that type are very quick to point out whenever there is a migrant who commits one of these horrendous crimes. If a white supremacist gets out a machine gun and kills 4 people, you barely hear about it. But a migrant stabs a woman in Boise, Idaho, it's front story. And, it's Biden's fault, the Biden crisis. It's politics. I don't like to play politics when people's lives are at stake. I pray for this woman and her beautiful daughter who was murdered. Okay. I love this guy. I loved this guy. I didn't even know anything about this story. This guy was in the movie. That's Will Ferrell. He was Rashid Bird. If you guys watched the Will Ferrell movie Semi-Pro, I think it's one of Will Ferrell's funniest movies. He's very good in it. Here's the guy. 90 years in jail. The hell do you do to get 90 years, bro? A former NBA prospect and semi-pro actor was found guilty of a series of violent assaults dating back to 2015 and will spend the rest of his life in prison. Bye-bye, creep. Guys, you assault anyone, sexually or physically, you deserve the harshest punishment available. Hi, Pineapple Water. How are you? Ooh, I wish I could have some pineapple water right now. That sounds delicious. Rashid Beard, 42, was sentenced to 90 years to life in prison following his 2020 arrest by the Los Angeles Police Department, which was investigating him after receiving reports from one of his victims the year earlier. Excuse me. It's No Cough Monday. He was arrested on September 18th. He was held on $415,000 bail and remained in custody until his conviction. The LAPD, shout out to them. Pineapple Water, you better stop it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And I will try that. I honestly will. Thank you so much. By the way, guys, let me do it's no Booker Monday, so let me do the paper and do the rub. Guys, I'm on day 7. No soda. I gotta be honest, I want to fight people right now. I want to fight this kid at the next table. What's up, Kevin Butler? How are you, Bevan Cutler? Day 7, no soda. I woke up a couple weeks ago. My lower back hurt so bad I couldn't get up. Oh my God, I threw my back out. It wasn't my back, bro. It was my kidney. It was my kidney because I hadn't been drinking water. I did drink some water back in 2007. I think Reagan was just leaving the White House. Gotta drink more water, folks. Anyways, this creep was, thank you, Pineapple. This creep was busted. They uncovered a series of violent sexual assaults that occurred in Los Angeles and Santa Clara. This is a guy who's in a damn movie running around assaulting people. Bald Eagles Live. I love the Bald Eagles Live. Put the link if you want. Put the link. That would be wonderful. Mr. Bone Man's in the house. Hi, Bone Man. How are you, my friend? Mummified limbs lost. I don't like the sound of this already. A Texas high school teacher guys, in the last month I had the dentist go in and yank out all my teeth. If you watch my videos, you've probably seen the time I wrecked on my bicycle and knocked them all out. Well, All these fake. You should see when they're out and I try to eat a burrito. That shit's funny. Anyway, I do look handsome. I ain't gonna lie. I go to work, the ladies can't tell. That's all I care about. I don't care. As long as the ladies can't tell, I got crack addict, meth, heroin addicts on my street, living in the street, that have better teeth than me. And I was voted best smile and best ass in high school. It was weird because I was voted best ass by guys. I don't know what that infers. Even RJ emails me all the time. He says, Boogie Bob, you have a great ass. Hi, Sugar Bay. How are you? This Texas high school teacher who lost all 4 of her limbs to amputation after they turned black and became mummified. Following a seemingly routine infection, she's choosing to be happy despite the horrifying ordeal. No legs, no arms. This is, for her to remain happy, that's a solid, strong woman. Sherry Moody. There used to be a joke when I was in school, and the kids would say, what do you call a guy with no arms and no legs floating in the water? It's like, what? They go, Bob. There's a whole bunch of those. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs on a doorstep? His name's Matt. First of all, when you're in high school, when you're now and you're thinking about something like this is horrific and horrible. And I pray for her and her family. Sherry Moody, 51, who taught students at Deer Park outside of Houston, started feeling what she thought was a cold coming on during a class trip in 2023 in April. She paid it little mind. None of us do. Most of us don't. Within days, she found herself running a high fever. After waking up one night having trouble breathing, she went to the hospital. I've never gone to the ER in my life, she said. I was very healthy, very in shape. I ate right and I exercised. I'm in horrible. I'd be screwed if I was her. I've never gone to the ER. Doctors determined she was suffering from double pneumonia, which they said had been brought on by streptococcus. Sorry if that word offends anyone. It sounds like a porno. Streptococcus. It's a bacteria that causes strep throat. Her body had gone into a septic shock, a life-threatening response to the infection, which severely drops the body's blood pressure. I had to Google what sepsis was. I had no idea. We're pretty healthy people. Complicating the matter was the arthritis medication Sherry had been taking, which weakened her body's ability to fight infection. David described Sherry's ordeal as a Category 5 hurricane coming in. She had nothing to fight with. She went to war with no soldiers. This is a doctor's analogy. She went to war with no soldiers. She had no immune system, nothing saving her. She's a mother of a grown son. She was put into coma by doctors who treated her with drugs that fought to return blood flow to her vital organs, but it was too late. I literally watched my wife's feet and hands die before my eyes, said a horrifying husband. They had tubes running, they were black and they were mummified, and finally the doctors removed it. She does have a GoFundMe and has raised $88,000. If you guys want to add to that, I'm sure if you just type in quadruple amputee, she shall come up. Her name is Sherry, S-H-E-R-R-I, Moody, M-O-O-D-Y, and I'm sure it'll come up. The University of Maryland has shut down social activities for its sororities and fraternities Friday amid a probe of unsafe recruitment. Okay, I don't know. I'm not big on fashion. What the hell's she doing? Fox shows off fringe benefits. Who let Fox in the hen house? It's Julia Fox. She's wearing feathers. If anybody knows her number, I'd like to talk to her just about something that's incidentally guinea pig left in tube. A guinea pig, if you don't know what a guinea pig is, like a hamster, a little bigger than a hamster. A guinea pig was abandoned by its owner at an East London tube station last month in what animal activists have called an incredibly cruel act. The pet was found alone in a cage in an alleyway February 18th with a handwritten note that read, "I need a new owner." The RSPCA said the critter, dubbed Disco Pig, that's the name, Disco Pig, was between 6 and 12 months old. The organization slammed the former owner for leaving the guinea pig in such a vulnerable situation and for keeping a pet without any friends. A guinea pig can develop abnormal behavior and may suffer if they are left alone without company. That's true. Should have 2 guinea pigs, never 1. I say that about cats. You get 1 cat, yeah, they love you, they have fun time, but when you go to work, they're sitting there at home like, what the hell? Give them another cat and your life will change. Probably for the worse. I got my cats. Little Phoebe goes to Frankie and messes with him, and then when he's bored with Frankie, she'll go to Lucy and Chucky. Disco Pig will be put up for adoption with a mate, so it's a double. It's a twofer. You're not just getting 1. Let's do it. We haven't done it in a while. Still got some other stuff to get to. Well, why don't we just do the wheel and see where it lands? If you're new to the channel, I'm going to spin the wheel. It's going to land on one of these signs, and then I'm going to read it from the Daily Horoscope from Sally Brompton, and we'll see what's going on here. Fate will tell us. I think it's Libra. It is Gemini. By the way, I made this wheel myself. Pretty cool. Gemini. Don't worry if what you say today hurts somebody's feelings. Well, first of all, I don't think anyone should ever purposely hurt someone's feelings. So I say do worry if you hurt someone's feelings. Don't worry if you say today, what you say today hurts someone's feelings. All the kids are leaving. There's like 45 of them. They just smoked a pound of weed. They need to know the truth. If you are the right person to give it to them straight, you must not tone down the reality of the situation just because they may have a hard time accepting it. Well, listen to me very closely. I will never purposely say something to hurt someone's feelings. Hey, does this dress look good on me? Yes, it does. You look fantastic. I'm going to go up to someone, no, your ass looks crazy, your titties are... No. The answer is yes. Call me stupid. Call me a liar. Call me a liar. But if I can make someone happy instead of feel bad, I will go happy every time. The first one was we were just spinning it. Now I'm gonna let me decide. Closing my eyes, they're shut. Boom. It's a Pisces. It's a Pisces miracle. Let's see here. Pisces, if you feel trapped by the promise you made, that's too bad. You can and you must see them through to completion. I agree with that 100%. You make a promise, you keep your word. The good news is that with so much cosmic power at your disposal, it won't take much of an effort to get the promise done. Keep your word. Never break your word. I'm going to say Sagittarius. I'm just guessing. It's a Gemini. Did we do Gemini already? Yes, we did. I'm not doing Gemini twice. I'm going to stick with Sagittarius. Cancer. Switch it to Cancer. Scorpio. That's me. Let's see if I'm going to get lucky sometime this year. Before the end of the year, I plan on having 4 kids. Scorpio, it may seem to the world at large that you are 100% sure of yourself today. But there is actually a sizable element of self-doubt in your mind, and you need to recognize that fact. Don't force yourself to do things that do not feel right. No shit. This don't feel right, I'm doing it anyway. That's not in my vocabulary. If it don't feel right, I don't do it. Last one, let's make it special. Gemini, what's your problem? I don't get it. ML, the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Look at that. So over here in America, we have the ASPCA, which is the association, same thing, but it's the ASPCA, so it's a little different. Thank you so much. Kathy says Leo. Let's hope it's Is that a Cancer or a Gemini? Someone help me out here. I'm going to say Cancer, and then we're throwing in Leo as a bonus. Cancer. The fact that you are getting a lot of challenges of your authority of late is actually a good thing, and that means your words of action are having the desired effect. It's inevitable that some people will find it hard to handle your success. And last but not least, as a bonus, this is a bonus round, we're going to do Leo. You may be a bit of a thrill seeker, but you cannot expect other people, even those who are close to you, to take the kind of risks that come easily to you. Not everyone shares your passion for adventure, and to be honest, there is no reason why they should. Also, today at 4 o'clock Standard Eastern Time, the cops will show up at your door and arrest you for the sales of methamphetamine. You know, that seems very specific. I don't know why they would say that. I don't know if Kathy's selling methamphetamines. I don't know what's going on, but 4 o'clock, they're coming, girl. You better get out that house. Okay, this story here, guys, is insane. I feel absolutely horrible for the children, for the families. This is a Oregon man. I saw this the other day. I just want to go to his jail, get arrested, and go in there and punch him in his face. It's an Oregon man. He was arrested. His daughter had a sleepover, and 3 of her friends, they're all 12 years old in that area, came to stay. Oh boy, I got 9 kids eating pizza at the next table. It's gonna get a little loud over here, I think. So, his daughter wanted to sleep over. He says, hey, yes, have your friends come over here. And he made them smoothies. Here's your smoothie. Now the girls noticed that the smoothies had little white chunks inside of them and even sprinkled on the top. Love these headphones. You think a $100 headphone would stay in your ear? The one girl said, I don't like it. He had her drink it anyways. You gotta drink it. Then he went in all night long. They were sleeping in the basement. And he went in all night long to see if, are you guys asleep yet? He'd open the door. You guys asleep yet? What's going on in there? How you guys? And he'd go in there. At one point, he went over and touched the girl to see if she was breathing. Anyway, the one girl texts her mom and says, oh my God, it was 1:30 in the morning. Please come pick me up. Tell this guy we had a family emergency, but come get me. I may not answer the door. I may not be able to answer the door. But please come rescue me. Something bad's going on. Now, the mom might not have had a ride over there, but what the mom did was she ended up calling a friend. The friend went to pick her up. The friend picked her up. She could barely walk. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. The family friend took her home. When they got there, they were so alarmed that they called the mothers of the other girls. The family of the other girls showed up at his house, and he refused to let them in. He was like, nah, they're sleeping. Come back in the morning. They don't want to be disturbed. This is my party. Anyways, they ended up pushing them aside. They went in and got their kids. The kids couldn't walk to the car. Took them to the hospital. They were all drugged. This guy was going to do some horrible, horrific things. We do have merch. We have some really great merch, ML. If you go to the channel, I think there's a thing. We used to have, in fact, I got a Boogie Bob hat that I wear all the time, but we have the hats, the shirts, and if you really want to step your game up, you wear a Boogie Bob shirt to a party, nothing happens. Nothing. Absolutely. I've done it like 6 times. I had shirts saying, I'm Boogie Bob. They're like, who? Who are you? But I do have some cute merch. We had pillows and coffee mugs. Rev handles all that. I'm sorry, guys. This thing has been a nightmare. I think my right ear is deformed because it keeps falling. All right. So I'm going to read you the story now that I gave you what I thought was going on. An Oregon father drugged his daughter's young friends with smoothies laced with sedatives, then creeped over them as they drifted off to sleep. One of the 3 12-year-old girls texted her mother with a desperate plea for help at 1:45 a.m. as she lost consciousness and begged to be rescued from the home. Mom, please pick me up and say I had a family emergency. I don't feel safe with this guy. I might not respond when you get here, but please come in and get me. She put the crying emoji. Please, please pick up the phone. Please, huge capital letters, please, she wrote. Michael Maiden, 57, turned himself in Wednesday after a grand jury issued an indictment accusing him of multiple felonies and misdemeanors stemming from the sleepover. This poor girl, who's the daughter of this piece of crap, will never be able to adjust again. She's going to have to be a very strong-minded little young girl to be able to adjust. Probably move out of that town. Your dad's the pedophile, murderer guy. I don't know what he was going to do, but I promise you it wasn't good. They turned out to find all the laxatives that he... doesn't laxative make you go poop? They found out the drugs that he had was an anxiety drug that would put you unconscious. The girls were all 3. I don't know if this was daughter was, but he kept going in the room. Are you asleep yet? Okay, I'll be back. One girl closed her eyes and pretended she was sleeping as he it was crazy. Anyways, I think he's going to have a tough time in jail. Pretty sure. A crash victim is fighting for their life. A recent Texas Tech graduate has been fighting for her life on a ventilator for nearly a month. I take time right now to ask all my prayer warriors to please send prayers to this young girl and her family for an absolute total miracle and a full and speedy recovery. Cameron Heritage, 23, was in a car with a roommate, Sarah House, several other friends when they were struck while waiting at a light February 11th. Dallas police said the Ford pickup truck slammed into the back of their vehicle, causing a pileup just 2 blocks from her apartment. The truck's driver ran off. This truck driver should rot in prison and then hell. Heritage and 4 of her friends were rushed to the hospital, but House was killed. Police have arrested Carmen Guerrero, who they said was driving 70 in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. Detectives found her wallet in the abandoned truck. So it was a key. She should rot in hell. Guys, accidents happen. If you hit someone, stop and try to help. If you run, you deserve the harshest punishment possible. Movie, A Homewrecker. Police reportedly forced homeless people living in tents in downtown Miami to pick up their things and move into an upcoming movie, Bad Boys 4. I'm going to read it again. Bad Boys 4 is Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Both have been on my show. Martin Lawrence, Will Smith wasn't physically on my show. Talked about him being on my show. Martin Lawrence was actually on my show. The police reportedly forced homeless people living in tents downtown Miami to pick up their things and move. As the upcoming movies are going to take precedence. Movies bring in tens of millions of dollars. The homeless do not. They're going to push them out. Unfortunately, that's just how it works. Okay, you ready for some more prison? Look at this guy. I think he's the principal. He has fight clubs at schools. First thing about fight clubs, you don't talk about fight clubs. Students at one of America's most violent high schools, where administrators begged for the National Guard to help. Can you imagine? The National Guard has to come in and police the hallways. Are organizing fight clubs. Meanwhile, overwhelmed teachers in Brockton High School, 25 miles south of Boston, are turning a blind eye to violence out of fear for their own safety. Guys, teachers do not get paid enough as it is. They certainly don't get paid enough to go in and have to fist fight their students. Guys, I can't stand some of these TikTok morons. I'm sorry, these kids are having a good time. They're just eating pizza. Got a little loud. You get these morons on TikTok who want to do anything for likes and views. This guy's got a fire extinguisher. Delinquents bust into LA arena. One of two teams in a brazen video sprayed down a basketball hoop. I don't know. There was a gunfight at Six Flags. You go to Six Flags, you want to ride the roller coaster, there's a new attraction where you dodge the bullets. Did you guys see this thing? It happened in the UK. I believe it's in Scotland. Scotland in the UK? Where's my correspondent from the film? I believe it's in Scotland. They had this huge thing where parents could bring their kids to Willy Wonka Day. Did anybody see this story? It's insane. Okay. So, you know Willy Wonka. Come with me, and you'll see a world of true imagination. And he's got all these beautiful candy forests and this chocolate fountain. And even the birds, you can eat the beak of the bird. It's all candy and it's beautiful. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Diane knows what I'm saying. This is insane. Bowman, is it crazy? So for $45, you could have an immersive experience where you take your children to the Willy Wonka Wonderland. I'm going to actually have a video tomorrow, if I do the news tomorrow. But the people said it was going to be, and they had pictures. Obviously, the event hadn't happened yet, so the pictures were all AI-generated pictures. But the kids will be able to frolic and meet Willy Wonka and go to this beautiful place that they've seen on TV. They get there, and it's an abandoned warehouse. It looks like a meth lab. Hi, Yo Ange. How are you? Guys, look who's here. Yo Ange is in the house. Yo Ange, for $45 in Scotland last week, you can take your kids to this inner, I don't know the words. Emotive. Tell me what the word somebody. You could experience the Wonka thing together. There's really Wonka, there's Oompa Loompas, there's these beautiful plants. Well, they got there, bro, and there was a picnic table where they gave you one jelly bean and a glass of lemonade. And it's this huge warehouse. It's an empty piece of crap. Google it. It is hilarious. It's hilarious. You gotta see this. And they had like a poster on the wall of Willy Wonka, and they had some Oompa Loompas sitting there with the beakers, and absolutely hilarious. I tried to do the show that day, but it was raining and I didn't get a chance to, but hopefully you guys will just go to YouTube and type in Willy Wonka UK. It'll come up. I laughed, died out. First of all, I felt horrible for the kids. All the people were refunded their money, but they had a blonde-haired Willy Wonka, first of all. And they had one Oompa Loompa, and she was sitting at a table like this. And for your beautiful, emotive, what is the word I'm looking for here? For you, immersive experience. They gave you a jelly bean and a half a shot of lemonade. Have fun, come back again to the Willy Wonka. Bro, it's a big ass empty warehouse with a picnic table and some folding lawn chairs. No trees, no nothing. Alright, fish threat for, I don't care. One person was shot during a gunfight with police outside of Six Flags over Georgia. Just after an unruly crowd of people sparked a massive brawl during the park's opening day on Saturday, Cobb County Police responded to the amusement park 2 hours before the park closed to deal with the people who got shot. Oh boy. Somebody is circulating wanted posters of Vladimir Putin, wanted dead or alive. Tell you what, I don't like talking about it because I feel like if I do, I might fall down an elevator shaft. I ain't never said nothing about it on this show. What are you, crazy? I don't know nothing about him. Who is he? Okay, you guys like Trader Joe's? That's the safe place you can go. Trader Joe's. You're going to go to Trader Joe's, have a good time. More than 61,000 pounds of steamed chicken soup dumplings sold at Trader Joe's are being recalled. How do you recall something people ate? Hi, Angie. Angie E's in the house. Everybody say hi to Angie. Gina's here. Hi, Gina. How are you? Gina's one of my most amazing supporters. Thank you, Gina. If I make a video, there's a comment from Gina. Just like RJ. No one can ever say RJ. I've never made a video, over 10,000 videos from my old channel. RJ he responds to every single one. I go in there, if I put up a video today, RJ ain't gonna be in it. Hi Tammany, how are you, hon? How do you recall a bunch of wontons that someone ate? I got these kids here, they're real nice kids, but they get a little loud. See, if I was here with Joe, he'd be yelling at him, hey, shush! I go, dude, I can't. How do you do that? Let the kids eat their pizza. Alright, there's a new sheriff in town. Guys, I don't follow college women's basketball, but this is the GOAT. She makes Michael Jordan look horrible. She just won the title for the most points ever for a college basketball player. Not female. She won that last week. This week she passed Pistol Pete Maravich. Pistol Pete Maravich was one of the greatest basketball players of all time. One thing a lot of people don't know about Pistol Pete Maravich is that he actually died on a basketball court. After he retired, he was out there playing, and he actually died. Look at this, ML. It's another. ML should be my correspondent. ML has all the answers. Yes, the UK, which is United Kingdom, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. I didn't know all that. Us Americans don't know a lot. Us Yanks don't know. I knew England was in there. I knew Ireland. I'm Irish. Scotland. And Scandinavia. Let me throw that one in there. I don't know if it belongs, but her name is Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark has surpassed them all. Every man and woman to ever play basketball at a major college. 22 years old. She now has a record. It was a 54-year-old record. The most points ever. That's insane, bro. That's insane. Come with me, and you'll see a big warehouse full of empty chairs. If you like jelly beans, only one. Immersive is also the word. I don't know. I kept saying emotive. What's wrong. If it's your first time tuning in, you guys know most of the time I'm a genius. Today I was shit. Not good. If it's your first time watching, come back. Hit the like, subscribe, because I have much better shows. First of all, I have a gimbal, which is broken today. I don't know what happened, but it ain't working. So I actually have my camera sitting on my book bag. All right. I want to talk about a couple things. One, our beloved David Young's gorgeous, beautiful mother has passed away. There she is. What a beautiful, strikingly beautiful woman. And the comments on Facebook, there were hundreds of them saying all the same thing. What a beautiful, kind, wonderful woman she was. And if you know the Young family like I do, I've known him since the early 70s. They are a big family full of good, kind, nice people, especially David. His brother Fred was my childhood hero. And it was sad to see on Facebook that she passed. Now, I was at my aunt's funeral yesterday, and my aunt was African American. She was the aunt of my ex-wife, and the most beautiful, kind-hearted Christian woman on the planet. And just so you know, I keep saying aunt because white folks say aunt. Black folks say aunt. And if you say, how's your aunt? They go, my aunt ain't no damn bug. I went to the funeral yesterday up in Mount Vernon. She was like the vice president of the church, for the CEO of the church for 35 years. She was a brilliant woman and just a kind, good-hearted Christian woman who devoted her life to her children, her grandchildren, and to her church and to her archbishop. C. Nathan Edward was a bishop. But I was there and it struck me as I was like the only white dude there. There was one or two. I saw a guy from the fire department. It's a black church. Black funerals and white funerals are very different. White funerals are painful and just long and sad and nothing good happened. Black folks was doing backflips, celebrating her life. She left here in style. They were playing and cheering and clapping and giving love and sending her off to the Lord in a way that all funerals should happen. I was crying the whole time, but I was probably the only one there crying. They were dancing and celebrating because they know she's going home to the Lord. They know that she did her thing on earth, and I've talked about it on my show many times. You got a born date and a death date on your tombstone, and you got that little dash in the middle. 1962-2024. That dash is your life. What did you do with your dash? She lived 100 lifetimes in that dash. She helped children. She did so much for the community. She did so much to spread the word of the Lord and her kindness and her goodness. Whether you're religious or not, you have to admire somebody with that kind of faith and dedication. Absolutely wonderful. Rev is here. Hi, Rev. Shout out to Rev. Anyways, my Aunt Jockey was a beautiful, kind, loving woman. She went home to God. She left us sad, but happy for knowing her. I hope that I can touch one person the way she has touched so many with my life and my channel. The way I am here is exactly the way I am off. I try to spread kindness and love and compassion everywhere I go, and I want to thank all of you. Someone like Tammany, who is so kind and loving and good to everyone. Someone like Rev, who's also a minister like me. We actually got our degree from the same we're both for the same monastery. Love you, Rev. Want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for coming in today. And if you can leave here today spreading kindness and love, then the show is doing what it's supposed to. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I will talk to you again soon, I promise. May your lives be filled with opportunities to help others. What a wonderful world it would be if we were helping others. Because if you're helping others and the other is helping you, or helping others to help others, we can do so much. So many good things. I was so inspired last night. I walked in there thinking I was a good Christian. I walked out thinking I got a lot of work to do. Love you all, except 2 of you. 2 of you I don't. But all the others, all 65, I care about. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you again soon. God bless.